Welcome back to Closing Time Sports, and wow, that was quite a Super Bowl last night. So I'm recording this, and this should come out on the day that I'm recording this on Monday, day after the Super Bowl. I'm just going to be talking about it, kind of breaking it down a little bit, saying what I think about it. So as you can see here, I have Bleacher Report pulled up. This is the article. Super Bowl MVP 2021 key stats, Twitter reaction, and more for Tom Brady. So there's a couple of videos in here. It's mainly just the touchdown passes, so I'll show those. But yeah, Tom Brady, as you can see by the title, is officially the GOAT. There's no way you can go around it now. I mean, if you were doubting before, you can't doubt anymore. There's just no way. Yeah, I mean, there's just no really way to get around it at this point. I mean, even Tom Brady haters, you have to admit it. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl in 3 separate decades. He's won it with 2 different teams. He took a 5 seed this year all the way to Super Bowl. They were not supposed to be there, and they for sure weren't supposed to beat Kansas City, who by far is the best team in the NFL. As you can see at the very top of the screen, 31-9 was the final score. That's right, Kansas City did not even score a single touchdown in this game. I just don't even get it. So you can see here, here's Gronk and Brady in the end zone. So yeah, so this first video here.
Talking of one of those weird announcer jinxes. Here's Brady's pass. It's Gronkowski. Back again.
So that was the first one. Here's the next one. I'm just gonna play it right like this.
Now it's tough to stop again. Brady
play action. That's all day to throw. Wide open guns. So
Gronkowski again.
I mean that's just too easy, you know.
Hold on, there's a flag.
Then the Gronk spike.
This is going to be a touchdown. I think Kansas City held it.
So just too easy. I mean, that's just too easy. Kansas City's could not get to Tom Brady all night. Then the last one here.
And then you run on the next one if you don't get
another play action.
There's the fake. There's the pass.
There's AB and cut off because there's too many things going on my laptop. But anyway, it was AB that last time. Used to be my favorite player in the NFL until, you know, off the field stuff happened. But yeah, so those were Tom Brady's 3 touchdown passes. I'm pretty sure there was another one Leonard Fournette got. I'm pretty sure. I actually did not see it. When it happened, I was kind of tuning out. But pretty sure Leonard Fournette had that other touchdown. Then they kicked a field goal to make it 31. They kicked a field goal at some point, so that's how they got 31. And then Kansas City just got 9 off of field goals. So my reaction, first off, is it's pretty obvious, I think, of what happened. First of all, Kansas City's offense just was not there the entire night. And the biggest reason was because Kansas City was missing a left tackle and a right tackle. Like, they were down to their second string left and right tackles. Their guards were not healthy, and that's kind of what it comes down to. Their offensive line was bad. There's a stat, I'm pretty sure, on this article down here where, yeah, Brady was pressured on 9.5% of dropbacks in the first half. Mahomes was pressured on 57%. That was just the first half. I'm pretty sure Mahomes, I think it ended up being 52% of dropbacks for the entire game. He was pressured on. So over half the time, Mahomes was pressured. You're not going to win a whole lot of games like that. And then 9.5% to Brady. This was Brady's first half. 16 of 21, 43 touchdowns. Only 2.18 seconds time to throw. So you can see all their greens where he was complete there. So did not throw an interception, had a couple touchdowns, just a couple incompletions here and there. But I mean, Brady he was never pressured, and when Brady's not pressured, you're not gonna beat him. Like, you have to get to Brady. That's the biggest thing with Tom Brady. Like, if you can get to him and make him, you know, throw under pressure, you can get him because he's not mobile. But when he has all day to throw, he's just going to pick you apart, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that was the biggest issue. So I just kind of named both of the Kansas City issues. They couldn't get to Tom Brady. Their offensive line just allowed everybody to just rush out of him. I mean, when you have JPP on your line, Jason Pierre-Paul, Ndamukong Suh, you have Shaq Barrett, Devin White, Levante David. I mean, those guys, they were insane last night. They were just getting pressure after pressure after pressure after pressure. And Mahomes, as good as Mahomes is, you saw his limits. Like, he threw some incredible balls, like sidearm balls that just unfathomable how good those throws were. But you can't expect to win when you're having to do that every single play and your defense allows 31 points. Like, it's just their offensive line, their defensive line just wasn't good enough, and that's what it came down to. It's not because Kansas City isn't talented. Another thing that Tampa did really well on defense is they bracketed Tyreek Hill. They played 2 deep safeties the entire game. They never went away from that. And that ultimately is what did it. Tyreek Hill was not able to get separation, or he was able to get separation. He wasn't able to get past the deep safeties. And Travis Kelce had a couple of good catches. Tyreek Hill had a couple of good catches. But all in all, they just weren't able to move the ball because every time Patrick Mahomes had to run out to his right or left. And even if Mahomes had an open guy, he couldn't see him because he was having to run out. And so he was having to improvise, and the receivers were having to improvise, and there was just nobody ever open. So that's really what it came down to. It's not because Patrick Mahomes is not talented. He's still super talented, as you saw even in that game. Even though he didn't complete a lot of passes and threw interceptions, you can still see how talented he was. So it's nothing against Mahomes. It's just more towards the line. Offensive line wasn't healthy for the Chiefs, and the defensive line could not get to Brady at all. I mean, Brady's, I don't even know what his stat line was, but I'm sure it was something insane because he didn't throw a pick. He threw 3 touchdowns. So he only threw for 201 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's all he needed to do. Mahomes, on the other hand, had 2 or 3 interceptions and probably less than 200 yards passing. So, it came down to the offensive defensive lines for Kansas City just weren't good enough. Safeties for Tampa Bay, Antoine Winfield was great. Their corners played very well. Carlton Davis was great. They just played very well, and they learned from the last time when Tyreek Hill went off for 270 yards against them last time they played. They just kind of figured out, they're like, we're not going to let this happen, and we're going to get to Tom Brady and get to Patrick Mahomes and make him just run. And the game plan worked. Todd Bowles is an excellent defensive coordinator. He probably should have an NFL coaching job. He was a Jets coach. They fired him, and that just makes it to where Tampa Bay just scooped him up, and he was able to help them win. And another stat, let me really quick, I'm going to show you. So by Jeff Duncan, Tom Brady just went through Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes to win a 7th Super Bowl ring. Epic. It is epic. I mean, it really is. To go through Drew Brees, who was a Hall of Famer, go to Aaron Rodgers, who's a Hall of Famer, won MVP this year, and Patrick Mahomes, who's almost definitely a Hall of Famer already. I know there's going to be some debates about that, but he's going to win more Super Bowls. He's going to be back probably next year and compete for another Super Bowl. So it just comes down to Tom Brady just went through all these Hall of Fame quarterbacks to win his 7th ring in 10 years. You say LeBron has gone to 10 championships and won 4. Tom Brady's gone to 10 and won 7. 7. That's insane to me. But anyway, so that's basically what I have to say. Just kind of a quick breakdown. Offensive line, defensive line for Kansas City just wasn't good enough, and that's what it come down to. So yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Follow all the links in the description below, and I will talk to y'all later.